Yeah, the traces have evolved in recent years. There was a tendency in the early days to fish 8 and 10 foot traces, which meant the tail of the skate couldn't hit the main line. But now things have changed. The main components, I have a long piece of nylon which is known as a rubbing strip, and this stops the tail of the skate going through, so that is much tougher than your main line. That's £200 mono minimum. We have a self-made boom. Some people like to use plumbing pipe, 3/4 bore. I prefer the hose pipe. The idea is the electrical tie or the cable tie grips into the plastic. The reason for this, that carries the lead, and what happens if the tail of a fish does break through this £200 mono, the lead is actually jettisoned, so it means the fish isn't carrying £2 of lead around with it all the time. So the hose pipe or the plumbing pipe, it's a pure matter of choice. So I usually make that about 9 or 10 foot long, which is longer than the fish, and then we get to the business end. Your swivel there, just a standard swivel, anything 50 to 80 pound class swivel. The reason why we put the split ring on is because this stops the boom travelling any further and going down to the hook. So that is mainly just a stopper, so that can't go any further. Then we have a very short length of mono. This can be no more than 18 inches long to a 12-0 hook. The reason for the very short trace is because as soon as the fish picks it up, you get a bite detection earlier, you can hit them earlier, and that is absolutely crucial so we don't have gut up fish. So the last thing we want to do is be putting hooks in down the gut of fish. So now down to the business end. You can either use a grinding wheel to grind off the barb, or you can actually work it with a pair of pliers. And that's what I prefer to do, because I like to see a little bit of a lug left, just a little bit there, which just tends to hold the bait in place better. Yeah, my personal knot is a grinner or uni knot, which is very easy to tie. You go through the loop on the hook, leave about 6 inches outstanding, and you go around the main line about 4 times as if you're tying a blood knot. With the loop that's left, you go over the top of the twists and then go through that hole 4 times. That's the 4 times. I'm just going to get a pair of pliers now and pull that away from the hook. I'm going to wet it as well. So that's pulled up nicely there. So all I have to do now is pull that, and that will move in towards the hook. So that's the knot. It's a nice neat knot, and that will never slip.